Good morning. Welcome to the 2023 San Diego State University All-University Convocation. I'm Brittany Santos-Derrick, President de la Torre's Chief of Staff. I could not be more excited to start today's program, and we have so much good news to share throughout the hour. But first, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce SDSU's Tribal Liaison, Mr. Jacob Alvarado Waipuk, who will provide the Kumeyaay land acknowledgement.
We stand upon the land that honors the footsteps of millennia of Kumeyaay people. They are people whose traditional lifeways intertwine with the worldview of earth and sky, in a community of living beings. This land is part of a relationship that has nourished, healed, protected, and embraced the Kumeyaay people to the present day. It is part of a worldview founded in a harmony of the cycles of the sky and balance and forces of life. For the Kumeyaay, red and black represent the balance of those forces that provide for harmony within our bodies as well as the world around us. As students, faculty, staff, and alumni of San Diego State University, we acknowledge this legacy from the Kumeyaay. We promote this balance in life as understanding. We find inspiration in the Kumeyaay spirit to open our minds and hearts. It is legacy of the red and black. It is land of the Kumeyaay. Yekhan, my heart is good. Thank you guys and welcome back to campus.
Thank you, Jacob. I would now like to welcome everyone again. Thank you for being a part of the Aztec family. I would also like to recognize our new faculty and staff. We are pleased to welcome you to the San Diego State University family. If we can please applause for our new faculty and staff. SDSU is a wonderful and exciting place to work, to learn, and to teach and do research. We look forward to the leadership, creativity, and energy each of you will bring to our campus community. Our wish is that your time at San Diego State University will be both productive, exciting, and rewarding. We extend our most sincere welcome to you all. I would now like to acknowledge some of the university leaders and distinguished guests, members of the Council of Vice Presidents, the Academic Dean's Council, our SDSU Alumni Board of Advisors, and our Associated Students Executive Officers. Can you all please rise to be acknowledged? Welcome to Convocation, guys. I would also like to acknowledge our other guests joining us on stage. Associate Professor and University Senate Chair, Dr. Nola Butler-Bird. President of this year's Associated Students, Tarek Morzi. President of the SDSU Alumni Board of Advisors, Samuel Brown. Interim Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. William Tong. And President Adela de la Torre. And our guests of honor, we have the recipients of our SDSU Alumni Distinguished Faculty Award and the recipient of the SDSU Staff Lifetime Achievement Award. You will all get individually introduced to them soon with our lovely videos and even more remarks about these buttons. Last year was an incredible year of achievement for our SDSU community. We will now show a short video that celebrates just some of those moments before President de la Torre provides her convocation address.
At San Diego State University, our reputation as a leading research and academic institution is increasingly recognized nationally and internationally. We are dedicated to innovative teaching, discovery, and providing unique experiences for our diverse student body. As we enter the new academic year, we celebrate the accomplishments of our campus community. SDSU researchers have excelled beyond all expectations in securing research funding and receiving awards in their respective fields. SDSU faculty received more than $190 million in research funding last year, setting a new record for our institution. That is a nearly 40% increase in just 5 years. Our researchers are extracting rare earth elements using bacteria, studying climate resilience and bird evolution, investigating earthquakes in Turkey and the Salton Sea, examining the impact of artificial intelligence, and exploring the significance of inclusive representation in comics, classrooms, and children's media. SDSU faculty are trusted leaders of binational and multi-institution collaboration, working towards sustainable solutions to food production, homelessness, and access to clean water. Our newest faculty are broadening and deepening our renowned expertise in addressing health disparities, social work, public and mental health, and in supporting our African American and Latino communities. Over the last 5 years and through our strategic plan, the expansion of our research enterprise combined with the increase of doctoral students we graduate has propelled SDSU in its path to R1, and we remain on the rise. We continue to receive significant philanthropic support, totaling nearly $137 million in gifts. At Mission Valley, more developments are underway, including the 34-acre River Park development, which will be completed this fall. We are partnering with Chelsea Investment Corporation to develop the first major affordable housing project. Avalon Bay Communities will also construct the first multifamily residential and retail project on site. And LPC West will develop the first Innovation District project, which will add more than 300,000 square feet of research, lab, and academic office space. Our students and student athletes consistently achieve excellence and receive prestigious awards and recognition on and off the court. All 18 athletic programs surpassed the NCAA standard for academic achievement. And this past year, our teams took 6 Mountain West Conference championships. The softball team advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals for the first time in program history, and another historic first. The men's basketball team reached the Final Four and the national title game.
With 2 seconds, he's got to put it up, and he wins it! He wins it with the jumper! A San Diego State miracle!
We are proud to report that the graduation rates for Black, Native, and Indigenous and Hispanic student populations have now surpassed 71%, which is nearly 25% higher than the national average. We are also proud that SDSU is the only university in the CSU system that has already closed the first-year retention rate achievement gap for Black students. As our students excel, we continue to receive national attention for how we serve and support veterans and military-connected families, LGBTQIA+ students, and underrepresented students. Looking forward, SDSU is well on its way to achieving its strategic plan goals, with about 75% of goals already completed to date. This plan is resulting in new academic programs, student support offerings, and infrastructure enhancements, including the Main Stage Theater and KPBS, and anticipate the opening of the SDSU Performing Arts District this fall. Additional investments in buildings at SDSU, SDSU Mission Valley's Innovation District, and SDSU Imperial Valley will enhance our laboratories and research capabilities. Everything we are and everything we are accomplishing are part of a 126-year legacy, transforming lives and making a remarkable impact on the region and around the world.
And now, please welcome San Diego State University's president, Dr. Adela De La Torre.
Good morning and welcome to the 2023 All-University Convocation. Please join me in a moment of silence for those who lost their lives as a result of the catastrophic fires in Maui last week. 5 years ago, in 2018, I came to this stage with wonderment, excitement, and some trepidation. It was the first time for me as president to welcome the campus community with my vision for the future. In that speech, I committed to collaborating with faculty, developing relationships nationally, binationally, internationally, committing to transparent and timely communication, improving shared benefits with the Mission Valley Project, growing the capacity of SDSU Imperial Valley, and nurturing a culture where we listen and engage in productive dialogue. In my 5 years, I have not lost my connection to those commitments. From the beginning, the magic of SDSU was not lost on me for a moment. Just 5 months into my journey, the voters of San Diego overwhelmingly endorsed Prop G for Mission Valley, which would forever transform the future of SDSU. This was followed by our collective efforts to develop a comprehensive strategic plan, We Rise, We Defy. The plan established foundational goals, students at our core, inclusion and diversity in everything we do. We are one SDSU, Research One, and sustainability. We also established specific milestones within these goals to measure our progress. Today, we've achieved nearly 75% of that plan we set forward. We should be proud of the progress we have made together. Yet, our work is not done. These goals still resonate and must still guide us forward toward our future. In fact, this year, our goals we collectively set in 2020 will continue to move us forward. And we cannot forget the magnitude of the impact of the pandemic. It transformed every aspect of human life, how we worked, traveled, and simply engaged in daily life. The residual toll, both emotional and physical, lingers with us today. It still affects the academic preparation and experiences of our students. And it still affects how each of us feels, how we manage stress, and how we navigate our time. These are realities I recognize. Nevertheless, the truth of the matter is that the SDSU community, from my perspective, continued to rise like a phoenix during those turbulent times. The sheer pride of our students, their love for SDSU, and their excitement for the future is awe-inspiring. Leadership and individuals at all levels, students, faculty, and staff, leaned in to transform adversity to opportunity, despair to hope, hatred to love, restrictions to access. I'm so grateful to everyone involved. It's what makes SDSU so incredibly unique. Let me give a tangible example. Our anger and hurt from the murders of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor, and the social unrest that followed, was transformed into collective action. We've more than doubled the number of Black faculty on our campus. We invested in our Black Resource Center and eliminated 2-0 first-year equity gaps for our Black students. We opened the Africana Resource Space in the library, led by our own Maureen Dotson, with the guidance of our faculty in Africana Studies. Maureen, your love for our students brings us harmony and hope in our lives. Thank you, Maureen. Throughout my time at SDSU, we have placed our strategic goal of students at our core center stage in everything we do. We have the metrics to show this. The CSU system established its Graduation Initiative 2025, which set ambitious goals for increasing graduation rates. We're not to 2025 yet, but SDSU has already achieved and surpassed the system's graduation rate goals. It set a 6-year goal of 70%. SDSU is already at 78%. In addition, a majority of our students now graduate in 4 years. We've drastically improved in how we support our students financially. In 2017, only 61% of scholarship funds made their way to students. Today, that figure is nearly 100%. Thank you, Rose and the team. I can't tell you how important this goal is to me. In fact, I think I had many conversations with Rose on this one. And I know this is a goal for our students. Each fall, our Associated Student Leaders set out a vision and theme for the year. Today, we will hear from this year's AS president, Tariq Morsi. I'm so happy for the opportunity to work with him. Thank you, Tariq. Having already spoken with Tariq and his leadership team, there's great synergy between AS priorities this year and the university's strategic goals. This is not an anomaly of a year or a moment. Rather, it reflects the alignment of the vision we share with our students. When I look back at our accomplishments these past 5 years, I would like to take a moment and highlight just a few of them. Let's begin with the magical run of our men's basketball team to the NCAA National Finals in Houston. Lamont Butler's buzzer-beating shot in the Final Four that sent us to the national championship game, and how our coaches, athletic staff, and student athletes transformed lives at that moment, not only for us, but for the nation. We've had a magical run in research funding in the last 5 years. External funding for faculty research has grown for more than 40%. And this year we received a record-breaking $192 million in grants and contracts. That figure leads the CSU system and puts us closer to our strategic goal of earning R1 status. Today, the philanthropy of our generous supporters remains as high as ever. This year, we received a record $137 million in gifts. Since I became president, we have raised $650 million in 5 years. This shows how deeply our community trusts and cares for SDSU. It also shows how committed our wonderful staff is to reach this goal. True to my promise in 2018, we continue to invest in SDSU Imperial Valley. We expanded student services, degree programs, and facilities, and with a vast promise of the Lithium Valley, the state of California has invested $80 million in a new STEM building. We also renewed the SDSU Georgia program for another 4 years, fully funded with our partners with the government of Georgia. Our collaboration is helping to address the country's severe STEM workforce shortage. And as a trans-border university and a proud Hispanic serving institution, last year's opening of our Mesoamerican Studies Center in Oaxaca, Mexico, demonstrated our commitment to indigenous languages, culture, and research. These successes are just a few of the many we've experienced together, and they're a testament to all of you in this room today. Thank you. I would like to end my remarks today by turning my attention to the future and sharing my theme for this academic year. My thoughts consistently turn to 3 words: harmony, purpose, and depth. I share this theme to challenge us to continue to rise above the chaos of dissent that undermines civility, respect, and our ability to listen with intent and purpose. Ever present today is a chaos of political and economic uncertainty. Vitriol and polarization are very real in our popular discourse. But we, as a community, must be better if we are to move forward with our purpose of serving our students and each other. We, as a community, must reach into our shared values and goals and recognize the depth of our purpose at this institution at this time. We, as individuals and with our colleagues, must prioritize care for one another, respect for one another, and clarity of purpose. It is often the simplest actions that have the most profound effects. Indeed, simplicity can result in the most elegant results. With these simple words, harmony, purpose, and depth, we will leave today aligned in our belief that we will continue to rise and defy with the love and courage we have all shown in our hearts. Mil gracias, and go Aztecs.
Thank you, President De La Torre. It is now my privilege to recognize the recipients of this year's Presidential Staff Excellence Award. If you don't already know these fine individuals, I encourage you to greet them, get to know them, congratulate them. They are a wonderful group who collectively represent what is best about San Diego State University. Will our awardees please stand when I call your name? This year's Team Effort Award goes to the College of Engineering advising team. This team collaborates with faculty, department chairs, the deans, students, and others to provide course planning and help for all the college's students as they progress through their majors to graduation. They also provide support for scholarships towards that 99-100% rate, towards internships and jobs. Last year, every member of this hardworking team led a seminar course for first-year engineering students, and they all represented the college in March at the Science and Engineering Festival at Petco Park. As one of the several nominations for this award put it, they are fully invested in the success of all our engineering students and helping them reach their full potential at SDSU. I'm told that these 5 advisors work like a family and share a lot of experiences outside of work hours, and that they all have individual strengths that contribute to the beauty and the dynamic of this great team. We recognize Claudia Gavaldon, Sarah Hirschberger, Leviticus Johnson, Susanna Lever, and Juno Palau. Congratulations. In the staff-to-staff mentoring category, we have 2 recipients this year. Magali Coro Flores, Assistant Director of the Undocumented Resource Center, was nominated for several reasons. She had a ton of letters. She provided vital mentorship to a new, inexperienced program coordinator and helped her to navigate the structure of SDSU. Magali, who is a double alumna of SDSU, has also stepped up to acclimate other employees to the university's other cultural centers and filled vacancy at the Center for Transformational Justice as interim project manager, providing dedicated leadership and mentorship to all its staff and students. Her knowledge of admissions and various connections across the campus have proven to be invaluable in her many roles as a mentor to others. Magali continues to pay it forward and inspire all those around her. In staff-to-staff mentoring, we also honor Bridget Fratellone, Department Coordinator for the Army ROTC program, serving as liaison with the U.S. Army. Bridget, who is also an SDSU MBA, works with representatives across campus to ensure that every year's incoming and departing ROTC cadres have smooth transitions. She also holds leadership roles in the annual 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony, the Fall and Spring Awards ceremonies for cadets, and the commissioning ceremonies held at the USS Midway Museum. I also want to share one of the brief mentions in Bridget's nomination. When high school students apply for a national level ROTC scholarship, they have to interview with a professor of military science to accompany the application. During the height of the pandemic, many students said that they could not get a response from their interview requests at other universities. But at SDSU, Bridget not only responded to all of those calls and voicemails, she got every one of them interviews. Congratulations, Magali and Bridget. Our honoree for community service, Rosie Villafana, has supported student success at SDSU for almost 21 years and is now our director of the Early Assessment in the Center for Educational Partnerships, Outreach, and Success, which is an academic preparation program within the Division of Student Affairs and Campus Diversity. Rosie is being recognized for her strong record of success in applying for and securing highly competitive grants, including the recent Community Partnership Initiative grant from the CSU. This is a grant supporting outreach with the Barrio Logan College Institute that addresses some of our most critical community service needs, including academic preparation for students from low-income families and closing all of those achievement gaps. Her work to build bridges between SDSU and the many marginalized communities is in perfect alignment with SDSU's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion in everything we do. Rosie could not be here today, but she has a crowd with her, and I want to send them congratulations. Our honoree for service to the university is Jun Dadan, a longtime fixture of our Mail Services Department. Is now under the Logistical Services Division. He is a very familiar face in virtually every office, where his timely delivery of packages and mail is greatly appreciated. He is known across our campus community for his strong work ethic, friendly personality, and ready smile. The person who nominated June for this award said that there was a time when it was not uncommon for packages of perishable lab supplies and other materials to be so delayed in their campus delivery that they would be ruined upon delivery. But the time June began working directly for the Research Foundation, he took great care in making sure that that never happened again, and every one of those packages got where they belonged on time. The nomination for this award said, he always went that extra step, and he still does. We are all grateful to June for the service, care, passion, and positivity he brings to the SDSU campus every day. I'd also like to wish him a very happy birthday today. Congratulations, June. In the auxiliary support category, we recognize Lindsay Vance, Senior Director of Instructional Design for SDSU's Global Campus. Lindsay has had a very expansive and prominent impact as a leader of the ITS project team responsible for the launch of the MySDSU system, our new student information system. From how-to guides and training sessions to direct and individual assistance to thousands of community members, Lindsay spent countless hours providing support to faculty, staff, and students for this transition, which has at last aligned SDSU's student information system with the rest of the system. The multiple nominations of Lindsay for this award also mentioned how in just over 3 years at SDSU, she has come to be admired by the Global Campus staff for her guidance, for her feedback, her empathy, and for developing and nurturing a positive work culture. Congratulations, Lindsay. I can just see the anticipation in the folks' names I haven't called yet that are just like, oh boy. So, in the innovation and creativity category, we recognize Erin Brown, a health education specialist for the Wellbeing and Health Promotions team. Erin has been instrumental in SDSU's response to the opioid epidemic and at the alarming risk of death from overdoses. He was deeply involved in creating, planning, implementing the Narcan Upstander distribution program, for which trains our students who may need access to immediate treatment and in the event of a potential opioid overdose. Erin, who earned his MBA at SDSU with a concentration in health services, brought his personal knowledge of harm reduction practices to create this in-person and online training program that has impacted hundreds and thousands of students. Since its inception in 2009, 600 students have fully completed the training, and in a testament to how creative and innovative the training is, it has become the model used by many other universities. Most importantly, we know that Erin's training has been used to save lives in emergency situations. Obviously, there can be no more meaningful impact to our campus community. Thank you, Erin, and congratulations. And our final honoree is for Manager of the Year. Rose Passanelli has served students at SDSU for more than 30 years, from her first days as a financial aid counselor to her current position as Associate Vice President of Student Financial Resources. Her many responsibilities in this role include leadership of the Basic Needs Department and our very vital Economic Crisis Response Team, assisting thousands of students. In a nomination for this award, a member of her department said Rose's tenacity, compassion, thoughtfulness, communication style, and collaborative energy has kept our vision clear. We are enormously grateful to Rose for providing long-term stability and leadership that benefits thousands of students, many in their most vulnerable moments. My congratulations to Rose. And now, again for everyone, I'm going to ask you to do one more round of applause for all of our 2023 Presidential Staff Excellence awardees. It is now my pleasure to introduce University Senate Chair, Dr. Nola Butler-Byrd.
Thank you for your kind introduction, and good morning, San Diego State community. I'm Nola Butler-Byrd, University Senate Chair and Associate Professor and Director of the Community-Based Block CBB Multicultural Counseling and Social Justice Education Program in the Department of Counseling and School Psychology in the College of Education. CBB is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. On behalf of the University Senate, I thank all students, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and community supporters for choosing to be part of the San Diego State community this academic year. The University Senate serves as a forum for shared governance, communication, and dialogue between campus community, university administration, and we advise the president. The Senate is a representative body composed of faculty, staff, and students who are elected, appointed, or ex officio members. We use deliberative democratic processes to carefully consider important issues and policies. Democracy is a powerful system of governance that must be cultivated, practiced, and supported in order to survive. Currently, our voting rights, body autonomy, freedom to learn, and other human rights are being eroded. Book bans and miseducation about the history of this country are being imposed. Higher education institutions are under attack because we challenge those who espouse freedom of expression, but are really, sadly, seeking to impose divisive, exclusionary, autocratic agendas. Our Senate has several important principles that guide our work and maintain the soul and spirit of democracy on our campus. These include our principles of community and shared governance and our university statement on diversity, which states, as a university committed to learning in all its forms, San Diego State University recognizes the need to attract and retain a critical mass of diverse persons who will advance its goals and ideals. Our principles of community and shared governance acknowledge that imbalances of power, accessibility, equality, and privilege persist in higher education and in society, and we are committed to addressing and dismantling those imbalances. Further, we promote a culture of inclusion in which all are valued and treated with respect, dignity, and fairness so that we may thrive. Right now, we need to use these principles to deal civilly and effectively with the current backlash against inclusivity and multicultural democracy. We need these principles to deal with our budget challenges, our leadership transitions, and collective bargaining, and to implement recommendations from the Cozen O'Connor Title IX report, the most comprehensive Title IX assessment of any university system in the nation. Courage is being afraid, but doing what you need to do anyway. Don't resort to apathy, boredom, or being overwhelmed. Don't be a passive bystander. We must challenge and support each other to take concerted action for human rights in our zones of influence, in the small places close to home, on campus, with your friends, family, classmates, and those you encounter who may need support or to be challenged. We must persevere using the kind of love that the great scholar Bell Hooks defined. Love is a combination of care, commitment, knowledge, responsibility, respect, and trust. To love well is the task in all meaningful relationships, not just romantic bonds. The University Senate is committed to doing the work of multicultural democracy, human rights, and shared governance. We are serious about upholding SDSU's commitment to social justice and well-being in our community. Please bring any issues or concerns to our attention so we can address them. I hope this will be a richly rewarding and healing year for all of us. And finally, one of the great benefits of my position is the opportunity to work with student leaders. I'm so impressed by their dedication to SDSU and their eagerness to engage their student colleagues and the larger community. It is this unrelenting motivation that helps them balance their academics and their duties as officers. I now have the great and wonderful fortune to introduce one of those student leaders, Tarek Morsi, President of Associated Students. Tarek is a senior from Danville, California, majoring in finance. Please join me in welcoming Tarek Morsi.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing? My name is Tarek Morsi. I am the Associated Students President. I am excited and honored to speak with you all today. SDSU is in a unique position right now. We are innovating, we are expanding, and it is exciting. The progress we see is a testament to the phenomenal work and effort that everyone in this room contributes. Not only are we on our way to becoming one of the top universities in the nation, but I believe that we are doing it in a balanced and sustainable way. When people ask me about the progress that AS is making, I can select talking points from a variety of recent accomplishments, like the fact that we have opened the expanded version of the Aztec Recreation Center, which will be LEED double platinum certified and is used by more than 23,000 students. We have doubled the amount of daily student users since the expansion. Another exceptional AS achievement was realized when we broke the fundraising record for Aztecs Rock Hunger last year. Aztecs Rock Hunger feeds students through the food pantry and ECRT. With your help, we will break the Aztecs Rock Hunger record again this year. It will happen October 13th through November 5th. AS also brought together over 300 alumni from all across the country for our 90th anniversary celebration. This celebration launched our AS alumni chapter. This chapter will be great for career networking and fundraising. Now, if someone were to ask me about the progress that SDSU is making, I could tell them about research, or I could tell them about athletics, or about our entrepreneurial programs, or about the Campanile Foundation, or about the MLS deal, or about our collaboration with Techstars, or about the fact that our incoming class of students has the highest average GPA in our history. And I could go on and on. And the fact that I could go on and on is the sign of a healthy university undergoing multi-dimensional growth, because all of your hard work manifests itself in every sphere of our university. Because of this explosion of progress across different initiatives, we are in unprecedented times. Unprecedented times call for unprecedented measures. The most strategic way to adjust accordingly to this growth is to team up and cooperate this year on an unprecedented level. We must capitalize on, leverage, and maximize the progress we see, or it would be an opportunity gone in the wind. That is why AS believes that the SDSU climate this year is extremely conducive to strengthening our shared governance. I hope that university staff, faculty, administration, and AS can come together as one to get stuff done. We chose Together as One to Get Stuff Done as our theme for this year. We chose this theme because any time that anyone needs to get anything done or needs to complete any large task, they must work collaboratively with others. Working with others is inextricably tied to progress. Working with others takes discourse. it takes debate, and then it takes compromise. An intrinsic concept that is baked within AS's theme, Get Stuff Done, is cooperative and symbiotic relationships. With strengthened relationships, we can be more efficient and we can be more effective. So, exactly what stuff are we going to get done together? AS's top priority, unequivocally this year, is to systemize and develop strategies that advance student careers and increase the value of the SDSU degree. Career Services, over there. This will benefit the students of today. This will benefit the students of tomorrow. And this will benefit the students that graduated even 40 years ago. Now, even though this goal will be adopted by each and every one of our 80 council members, it is not guaranteed to be achieved. To achieve this, we all need to work together as one. One of the goals in SDSU's strategic plan is students at our core, a commitment to a future where all students are able to achieve their greatest potential. Students who graduate having realized their potential and leaving with a more valuable degree will experience a more prosperous career, and that fulfills the intention behind the existence of a university in the first place. During this unprecedented time of progress, I want Associated students to be a critical component to achieving an increasingly valuable degree. Associated students will advance student careers by developing a strategic plan with Career Services to give students a competitive advantage in the job market. We will advance student careers by enhancing the network between students and alumni. We will advance student careers through utilizing different councils of AS as an avenue to promote internships and future opportunities for students. We have a multitude of university-wide initiatives evolving before our eyes. As we continue to watch our ambition realize fruition, the average student continues to have a proportionally more enjoyable experience on our campus. It is safe to say, very safe to say, that our university is on a continued path to excellence. AS wants to continue to cultivate this excellence by developing an AS strategy that enhances campus growth initiatives. All the initiatives you saw on the videos that we just watched and all of the things that these amazing people have been doing around our campus. We want to increase the visibility of student resources through on-campus partnerships. We want to work together to improve My SDSU. And these are just some of the ways that AS will play its part in cultivating excellence on our campus. Everyone in this room shares a common interest, but not just a common interest. We share the only interest. Students, all of our effort boils down to the same thing, the same concept, creating a better life for each and every student. We all have the same ultimate goal. We all have the same end game. There may be a point in time where the approach to reaching that ultimate goal may differ. This is exactly the point in time where discourse is critical. Discussion and debate breed innovation. Different opinions do not constitute a disconnect. That would mean serving our students ineffectively. And I'm going to make a crazy prediction right now that for the rest of my life, I will never walk into a room where everyone believes 100% of exactly everything everyone else in that room believes. So how do we handle this inevitable and natural part of life? Do opinions become the enemy of progress? Do opinions lead to stalemate and halt future discussions? Or do opinions breed an even greater, even more holistic, even more convincing solution? I know that I go to and am a part of a university where the latter is true, because our university experiences no shortage of innovative solutions, and I am confident that we will create more. I am excited to make even more unprecedented progress with you all this year. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the work that you do. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Interim Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. William Tong, and Mr. Samuel Brown, President of the SDSU Alumni Board of Advisors. Dr. William Tong has a long history at SDSU, having joined the faculty in 1985 as an associate professor. In 2005, Dr. Tong was named a distinguished professor of chemistry and biochemistry. Most recently, he was appointed interim provost and senior vice president for academic affairs in June, having previously served as vice provost since August of 2020. Samuel Brown is the current SDSU Alumni Board of Advisors president and has served for over 12 years on the Viejas Band of Kumeyaay Indians Tribal Council as its treasurer and executive officer. As treasurer, Sam's role is to ensure the tribe meets its fiduciary responsibility in all aspects of its multiple businesses. He also assists in creating and presenting yearly budgets and provides quarterly updates to the tribe throughout the year. He resides on the Viejas Indian Reservation and is a second-generation Aztec, with both his mom and dad being proud alumni. He received a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering in 1996 and also received a Bachelor of Science in Casino and Hospitality Management from National University in 2013. Please join me in welcoming Interim Provost Tong and Mr. Samuel Brown.
Thank you, President Mossy. SDSU is an extraordinary university, in large part because of our extraordinary faculty. Among them are masterful, inspirational teachers, phenomenal researchers, committed and engaged citizens of our university community, passionate leaders of their scholarly disciplines, both nationally and internationally, compassionate servants of our SDSU communities, and many who excel in all these areas of professional endeavors. Additionally, we have outstanding librarians who are committed to student success and who assist faculty in their professional endeavors. Because of the generous support of SDSU alumni, we are able each year to honor one impressive faculty member from each of our colleges and SDSU Imperial Valley with the SDSU Alumni Distinguished Faculty Award. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to recognize the remarkable achievements of this year's recipients of the SDSU Alumni Distinguished Faculty Award. From the College of Arts and Letters,
Dr. Pascal Joasat Machelli is a professor of geography, director of the Urban Studies and Food Studies programs, and founding co-director of the Center for Better Food Futures at SDSU. Originally trained as an economist, her research looks at the geography of food in the urban landscape.
So much of our lives are structured around food, and so I look at access to food and how food really helps define and transform and shape places. I'm trying to understand how food and place connect and create meaning.
Currently, Dr. Joasat Machelli researches the foodscapes of San Diego, particularly in underserved neighborhoods like City Heights, where resources are limited but food is abundant.
City Heights is a fascinating place to study food because as an area that has a lot of refugees, many of them have turned to food as a way to make a living. And all of these different cultures are reflected in the foodscape. through grocery stores, through urban agriculture, community gardens that have been started by immigrants or by refugee resettlement agencies. New Roots is an example of a very successful community garden that was started about 15 years ago. They were kind of pioneer in promoting urban agriculture in San Diego, and New Roots help us understand what makes a garden successful in some ways. I hope that my research can make people realize the disparities that exist in our food system and the impact of these disparities on people's well-being, and point to ways that we can change our local food system to make it more sustainable and more equitable. There are solutions that can be implemented that are working and that are making people's lives better. That's what I'm hoping my research will do.
Dr. Pascal Joassa McCauley. From the Fowler College of Business,
Dr. Michelle Dean is a professor at San Diego State University's Fowler College of Business, where she's worked for over 20 years. Her teaching and research focus on human resources.
HR is so varied. You could take it in a lot of different places. You could go into talent acquisition, you could go into compensation, you could go into benefits, labor relations, employee relations. I mean, it's really hard to nail down HR in just one quick definition.
Day-to-day operations, it's really
I'm really just trying to plant a seed that HR is a viable career path, especially if you want to help people.
And I go F11, she writes it down, you know.
As an undergrad, I had a professor who opened my eyes to HR as a potential career, and so now I have that opportunity to do that for my students as well.
Thinking of that as an employee, they're saying, I can join a union.
I really enjoy getting to work with students outside the classroom. I get to have more conversations with them about what their interests are and how I can help them have the information that they need to make good choices.
And so I anticipate we would be back.
In addition to her teaching and research, Dr. Dean serves as the faculty advisor for the Society of Human Resource Management chapter at SDSU.
Our chapter is known as one of the top chapters in the country. We really strive to use it as a vehicle for co-curricular opportunities for students. Building community, I think, is mission critical for their success. And I'm grateful that I'm able to build that into my job and really have an impact on students' lives. I'm very student-centric. A lot of the time that I put into my job really focuses a lot on the student experience, and I love doing it.
Dr. Dean could not be here with us today, but we send her our congratulations. From the College of Education,
the San Diego Wild Animal Park.
I spent 5 years working at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park as a tour guide and educator. My love of animals and the zoo was always a place where I felt at home. I felt like I was making a difference in educating people. That experience shaped the way I think about disseminating information to people and helping them learn.
Dr. James Marshall is a professor of educational leadership at San Diego State University's College of Education and the director of the Doctorate in PK-12 Educational Leadership Program.
Learning can be such an exciting journey, and good instructional design is about matching content to audience. I am a huge advocate of giving voice to the learners through a needs assessment process. It makes that learning so much more meaningful and motivating. That's what I'm passionate about. Let's design programs with the end in mind so that they can ultimately be successful.
Dr. Marshall outlines these ideas in his book, Right from the Start, focusing on an evidence-based implementation process that he believes is crucial to an organization's success. Under his leadership, SDSU's Doctorate in Education became the largest doctoral program of its kind in the CSU system and ranks 26th in the nation.
I feel really fortunate to work in the College of Education at San Diego State. I really see myself as a resource to help people achieve the goals they set for themselves. As I think about the future of education, I would continue to encourage us to be intentional and purposeful in everything we do. To me, that is what learning is all about.
Dr. James Marshall. From the College of Engineering.
I was born and raised in India, and the first time I read about internet, I did not even understand what they were talking about. I came to the United States in 1996 when the internet was booming, and I really got attracted to this whole world of internet. That was what sparked my interest to this idea of making the world a smaller place and connecting people in real time.
Dr. Mahasweta Sarkar is a professor of computer engineering and director of the Wireless Networks and Communication Laboratory at San Diego State University.
Over the years, I have tried to do research work that has very high social impact. Believe it or not, 46% of the world still remains unconnected. What I would really like to do is bring connectivity to those people, be it healthcare, be it education, and bridge that gap. So to give you an example, the drone networking project is bringing connectivity to these unconnected areas of the world. Drones act as access points over remote clusters of homes. They take the data and pass it along through the main internet, and it all boils down to intelligent networks.
In addition to her research, Dr. Sarkar serves as the graduate advisor, where she provides valuable guidance and mentorship to her students.
I'm very, very thankful to my students and my other colleagues at San Diego State who has helped me partner in this endeavor. Every student that graduates, it gives me a lot of satisfaction to think that I have played a role in their lives.
Dr. Mahasweta Sarkar. from the College of Health and Human Services.
Dr. Yuna Ho is a professor of environmental health and division head within San Diego State University's School of Public Health. In collaboration with her students, Dr. Ho's environmental laboratory uses molecular analysis to identify chemical contaminants in the environment. Her current research focuses on the bioaccumulation of toxins in marine mammals.
Marine mammals are great species for us to understand what chemical hazards are problematic. These chemicals are stored in their blubber. So we basically analyze those blubber and then we looking at what chemicals are there.
Dr. Ho's unique non-targeted analysis of toxins led to a groundbreaking discovery, the resurgence of DDT, a once abundant insecticide that was banned over half a century ago.
I never thought of I'm working on DDT because DDT is a legacy pollutant and then we took care of it. But when we studied the marine mammal tissues, really surprisingly, we found the DDT in highest concentrations ever. And then 2019, UC Santa Barbara's research group found all these barrels underneath the ocean, associated DDT, which we reported in our papers. We know that DDT pollution is huge here, but the current data is not enough to change the policy yet. It takes time, but here in SDSU, students are very motivated to protect the environment. So I'm very hopeful.
Dr. Eunha Ho. From the College of Professional Studies and Fine Arts.
Peter James Serino is an associate professor in the School of Theatre, Television and Film, where he serves as the area head for performance. In addition to his teaching role at SDSU, Peter has been an influential figure in local community theatre.
I've been really lucky to be able to create these theater companies. I felt like we gave voices to people that had never had a voice before. A lot of the things we do shows them that their stories are just as worthy as any stories that are being shown in the big world. In 2017, I was diagnosed with kidney disease. My father-in-law decided that he would provide a kidney. We were enough of a match that we were able to do it. So he gave me his kidney, and that's what I have inside me now. And I'm able to function and live because of the heroism that this man did for me. One of the things they have to do when you get a new kidney is put you on these meds that lower your immunity to be able to not attack your kidney. But what that does in reverse is that it gets you susceptible to a lot of the stuff that's out in the world. That kind of kept me teaching through Zoom and directing through Zoom. In that pandemic time and through today, I've directed a show every single year, a main stage show at San Diego State. Lights up. I really see myself going back in person. That's my goal. There's another quality that happens when you're able to bring yourself to the students. What I really want to people to take from all the stuff that's happened with me is that it should never stop. It doesn't matter what gets in the way. You fight and you push forward. You can still create. Just don't stop.
Peter could not be here with us today, but we send him our congratulations. From the College of Sciences.
A lot of students are attracted to biology because they're interested in the question, what is life? Why is life? And those are great questions, but we're answering the question, how? And so the beauty of it is, if you understand enough of the answers of those how questions, you arrive at a point where you really start to understand how life works.
Dr. Tom Huxford is a professor of biochemistry and the director of the Structural Biochemistry Laboratory and Macromolecular X-ray Crystallography Facility at San Diego State University.
The primary focus of the research is really to understand life, understand biology from its most fundamental levels. As chemists, we consider that to be the molecule. If you understand how a molecule behaves, you can either fix it or change it to take on new function and become a biological tool or a diagnostic tool.
As an extensively published researcher, Dr. Huxford provides valuable mentorship and support to his graduate and PhD students.
I do a ton of cheerleading. Probably 50% of what I do is you can do this and it's worth doing. It's really important that the students know I'm interested in their goals and helping them find ways to achieve them. The best part about being a scientist is definitely making discoveries. If you have a curiosity and a desire to figure out how it actually works, then discovery is just a natural extension of that curiosity. And I'm really confident that what we're working on right now is going to have an impact on the world. So looking forward, I would really like to establish San Diego State as a center for structural biology research. Know a lot, and there's just so much more to figure out.
Dr. Tom Huxford. From SDSU, Imperial Valley.
Under my window, a clean, rasping sound when the spade sinks into gravelly ground. My father, digging. Living roots awaken in my head, but I've no spade to follow men like them. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests. I'll dig with it.
For over 30 years, Jeanette Shoemaker has been an English professor at SDSU's Imperial Valley campus. Her love of literature can be traced back to her early childhood.
I grew up in Salinas, California, which is a lot like the Imperial Valley towns of El Centro and Calexico because it's really agricultural. The famous writer John Steinbeck is from there.
1,000 miles to go, and we don't know if we'll make it.
And my father was a creative writer as well, so it was a shared passion. When I first came to Imperial Valley, I immediately connected to those Imperial Valley campus students who are often from farm worker families and first-generation students.
To overcome thine pure and unfettered love for thine child of such unabashed honesty.
And by being in college and studying literature, they are becoming better at understanding their families, their work on the land in Imperial Valley, their cultures, and better able to write about it and think about it.
I nodded and looked over at Isabel.
One thing that is really satisfying about teaching in the Imperial Valley is that it's a small campus, so faculty know each other and are very comfortable with each other. You often will have the same students 2 or 3 times, so you see them grow over a period of years. It's close-knit. It's a real community.
So fantastic.
Dr. Jeanette Shoemaker. Please join me in congratulating all our awardees. And now I would like to welcome President De La Torre back to the podium.
Thank you, Interim Provost Chong. It is now truly my honor to announce the recipient of the SDSU Staff Lifetime Achievement Award. This is the 3rd year we will be awarding this recognition. The prestigious award was created to recognize an exemplary staff member who has made significant contributions to the mission of the university throughout their career. In order to be eligible, nominated staff members must have served the university for a minimum of 15 years and received at least 3 letters of recommendation to accompany the nomination. We will now watch a special video highlighting this year's recipient.
For the past 35 years, Maureen Dodson has served the SDSU Library. From her years as a student assistant to her current role as facilities coordinator, Maureen has meticulously managed the library's infrastructure and study spaces.
They're supposed to be coming in the next week.
My mother always told me to leave a place better than you found it. So it is important to me to do my best. I walk through this building with a mother's eye. I notice that there are ceiling tiles missing or an electrical outlet that's out. I want the building to be the best that it can for the people that we serve. I'm the mother of the library. That's scary. That's a scary thought. I think that this building has a lot of potential, but requires a little more caretaking than I think people realize.
The Chicano collection.
Oh, we need to fix that.
Yeah.
We've got old pipes, and we've got an old infrastructure, but the building has to be used in a new way. Libraries over time have changed. They're not about just books anymore. It's a gathering space, and the students have a lot of needs. Not everyone learns the same. Not everyone needs the same things when they are trying to write a paper or read for a class. That's why I try to give variety. I get joy out of seeing the students use the space the way that is best for them.
Patrons of the library over the last decade will have admired Maureen's flair for colour, or perhaps sat in one of the comfortable chairs she's provided. Her indelible mark on the library is felt on every floor and on every wall.
I love color. I think color sparks feelings for people. When I started this job, I was told that there were 5 colors, and basically they were all white. White, Navajo white, off-white, that was it. Over time, I kept pushing that button. Please, can we have some color? So I try to put color everywhere now. When I leave here, I would like people to say that I gave my best, that I left it better than I found it, that I followed through on what my mother taught me. Whether you're a shoe salesman or whether you are a facilities manager, do your best.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
Congratulations, Maureen, and thank you for your tireless commitment to making our library a welcoming space for research, learning, and collaboration. Please join me at the podium.
Congratulations again to all of our award recipients. You made it. You can go eat now. So thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you enjoy your grab and go lunches as you walk through the Goldberg courtyard. And first and last, thank you for being here, and go Aztecs. Woo!